Hello, beautiful souls. This is Nikki from Maverick Moon Magic. So glad you could join me. I've used magic to draw you to this video. So if you found me, then that same magic is in each and every one of you. Welcome to today's reading. The light in me recognizes the light in you, and the darkness in me recognizes the darkness in you. We deal with both shadow and light on this channel. Let me begin by introducing myself. My name is Nikki, and I'm a starseed and a twin flame. I'm an empathic tarot reader. I feel what I read, so at times I do get emotional. So bear with me if I start to cry. I receive messages both physically and psychically, and you'll see more of that as I do your readings. I'd like to say that this is a general reading. I try to give as many specific details as possible, so everything will not resonate with everyone. My private readings are much more personal and in depth. If this reading resonates soundly with you, this is just an additional confirmation that this message was meant for you. Okay, with that being said, let's begin by choosing a pile. I encourage you to use your own way of choosing which message is for you, but if you're unsure how to choose, I'll share my method with you. Take a quick look at the piles and note the one you saw first. Now close your eyes and take a few deep clearing breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Keeping your eyes closed, picture the piles in your mind and note which pile seems to move or try to get your attention. Is one vibrating? Is it one sinking or floating, moving toward you, moving away? Maybe more than one is moving. Which one is really grabbing your attention? This is how you let the pile choose you. Now open your eyes. If two piles were trying to get your attention, that's okay. Maybe you should hear both. There could be messages in both readings for you. If you chose the same pile with your eyes open and closed, great. Your gut instinct is on point and you should follow it. If you chose a different pile with your eyes open and closed, then these pick-a-cards are an exercise in intuition for you. So listen to the pile that you chose with your eyes closed first, and then the one with your eyes open, see which one resonates. And if neither one does, then listen to all three, and you'll just go, by doing pick-a-cards, you'll go and strengthen your intuition and your trust in yourself, and that way you'll know to go with your gut instinct down the road. All right, with all that being said, if you need more time to pick a card, then pause it right here. And if not, then we'll get started with the reading. Okay, so hello, pile one. Who will you marry? All right, we're going to get a lot of information hopefully today. And let's start with your pile. Okay. All right, pile one, who will you marry? Let's see. I have the moth and the lion. I have the air element, communication. Okay, right off the bat, I get the feeling that this is someone you already know and that it's an ex. So it may not be a full-on ex, but it's definitely someone you've dated. Unfortunately, I think this person lied to you and walked away from you and left you confused and hoping and waiting that they would come back. I see that you were really kind to this person. It seems like you showed your love to this person in all ways. You told them that you liked them or loved them. You did things for them. You were very warm to them. You opened up and you were ready to fall in love with this person. They, on the other hand, they would do little things for you. So it's almost like they would do just enough to show that they cared, but just little enough so they could pull it back and say, oh, well, I do that for everybody. And, it's no big deal. And it's not because I love you. I get the feeling this person was really withholding with their love toward you, except for small little acts of kindness. This person was probably distracted when they were with you. Maybe they had bigger dreams or they had some goal they were trying to reach when they were with you and that distracted them from being with you. I do also feel like this made you very sad, obviously, when you broke up. I mean, nobody likes to break up, but this really hurt you and it brought you great sadness for a long time. But I think that you probably still very much care for this person. There's a lot of love that you feel for this person. And I feel like you're still open to getting back together. You could be an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. And this person you're going to marry is probably a fire sign, a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius, but strong Leo. I feel like there wasn't good communication between you two when you were together. I feel like it's on both ends. You both had trouble communicating how you felt, what you wanted, where you were coming from. I don't think you had any trouble communicating when it came to everyday talk. I think actually you guys had a lot in common. You were probably really talkative to each other. You had a lot to talk about, a lot in common. You laughed. It was a very good, strong friendship in that sense. But when it came to real stuff, real feelings, real issues, the communication just broke down. And I feel like it's broken down now. So probably this person and you don't speak at all. And it's almost like this person walked away from every conversation you tried to start. So if you ever tried to tell them how you feel or talk about how they made you feel or things that just weren't right, I feel like they just walked out. They would just walk right away, dead the conversation, and then, maybe come back the next day like nothing happened. But issues were never getting resolved. So that being an X, me thinking it's a fire sign, I'm going to roll the zodiac dice and just see what zodiac sign we come up with. We'll roll it a couple of times because just to get confirmation. So I got the wrong dice. There's the zodiac dice. Okay, so first up is Virgo. Second, Gemini. Aries. And Aries. Okay, so we got Aries twice. So Gemini, Aries, Virgo, Leo. Very strong Aries. This person could be an Aries, but definitely a fire sign. And with the possibility of you being a Gemini. Or a Virgo. Or a Libra. So you are Virgo, Gemini, or Libra. And they are Leo, Aries, Leo or Aries. Okay, now let's see what the Moonology cards have to say. So when is this going to happen? What's the energy? How are you going to bring this in? Okay. So meditate and contemplate. So meditation is going to help you manifest this and have faith in your dreams. I'm laughing because these two cards go so perfectly together and they fell right out of the deck. So it's definitely coming, and you're definitely going to manifest this person through meditating and through believing in your visions. So maybe this isn't, you know who this ex is and you want to marry this person, but when you're visualizing that, a part of you is saying, oh, but he doesn't love me. Oh, but he's not going to want me. Oh, but blah, blah. So instead of having those what ifs and the blah, blahs and the everything else and the doubts that you feel, you have to get rid of all that and start to replace it with faith. Having faith in your dreams of what you want is going to bring that straight to you. Okay, you're going to do a lot of meditating. I feel like you need to do some throat chakra work. So the communication is definitely an issue for the two of you. And you need to, you could do like a meditation, a guided meditation to open up your throat chakra, but you can also visualize your throat chakra like a blue line connecting your blue throat chakra to the other person's blue throat chakra. And that way you can start to facilitate better communication between the two of you. Okay? All right, pile one, that's great. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, hitting the bell, and sharing this with somebody that you think might enjoy it. I'm also on Instagram. I do free pick a card readings that I post on Instagram if you're interested in that. It's at Maverick Moon Magic, and then it's a K on the end of magic. So you can check me out there. It's a good way to contact me in the DMs if you want to ask about personal readings. And again, thanks for stopping by, And I want you to remember to live in your dreams and manifest your reality through love. All right. Hello, pile 2. All right, pile 2, who are you going to marry? Let's take a look at these cards. I hope you can see all the cards. Sorry, I haven't called them out for you. From the tarot, I have the 8 of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the 5 of Pentacles. And I've got Neptune Sacrifice as the center of your reading. So let's see, who are you going to marry? You're going to marry somebody who you're not going to have to sacrifice your personality, your values, your goals. You're not going to have to sacrifice anything to be with this person. But you're going to have faith and have patience waiting for them to come. I do feel like this person is going to be a good reflection of you. So, if you've got shadows, this person's going to reflect your shadows. But if you've got light, then this person's going to reflect your light. I think this person's very loyal. They're going to stay with you for life. This isn't going to be one of those marriages that don't last. But before I get into that, I feel like, I feel like there's a breakup that you had that you're not quite over. And because of the grief and the regrets that you have over that relationship, it's almost like you're blocking a good relationship from coming in because you're so focused on this shit that somebody else did to you. Let me pull a couple more tarot cards. Yeah, I feel like the person you're going to marry is a water sign. Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. A few more cards for you. Looks like you've had some bad things happen. Okay, so you did have a really bad breakup with somebody. I don't know, maybe it was even for some of you a divorce, but I think for most of you it was just a really bad breakup. Somebody you had been living with, maybe, that you were completely in love with. But after a while, it's like things weren't working out so good. after a while. I think you thought this person was in love with you and they were having second thoughts about the relationship and you didn't know. And when this kind of came out in the open, that, I mean, I don't know if they were cheating on you or maybe they were just talking to somebody new. It doesn't even have to be the fact that there didn't have to be another person, but it was just the fact that this person was wanting to end the relationship. And when you found out about it, it was a shock. It was all of a sudden. And it rocked your life, you know, it leveled you a little bit. You had to go through a lot of changes after that happened. You had to start standing on your own 2 feet and taking care of yourself, making a comfortable home for yourself. And you did it. You did it. You did it all by yourself. And now is like the time where you just get to kind of sit back and look at all that you've built for yourself. And I know it seems like it's been a really long time since you've had somebody in your life that you could trust, that you could love. And I feel like your patience is getting thin and you're getting to the point where you're almost like, fuck it, there's nobody out there for me. Maybe my man just doesn't exist. I'm meant to be alone. But that's not true. You're meant to be alone right now. But in the long run, you are not meant to be alone. And I do see this Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces coming in. Coming in and being a strong relationship for you. Again, this is somebody that you're not going to have to sacrifice anything for. You're not going to have to sacrifice your dignity or any other thing to be with this person. I do feel like this person will help you deal with some of your deeper issues. Stuff maybe you didn't even know, like abandonment issues and things like that you didn't know were there. I'm not saying it's an abandonment issue. It's just an example. Nothing here is indicating what your, deeper issues are, just that it's obvious that they're there and they're going to need some work, and this person's going to help you with that. And I don't think this person has any type of self-destructive behaviors. But I think that sometimes, they're not exactly who they say they are. Or it's not that they're not who they say they are, but you see them as one way, but then it turns out, nope, they're a totally different way. So they can surprise you, and sometimes that might not be in the best ways, but that doesn't make it bad. Every relationship has its ups and downs, right? But I don't think this person's going to play games with you, but I think that it's going to be a little harder to get to what's under the surface. Water signs are not known for coming out and telling you they love you right off the bat, So it's definitely going to be something you're going to have to go deeper into with this person before it turns into the relationship that you want it to be. I think that's also why have patience is here and have faith, because it's going to take a while for this to get going. I think that you're both really stable, good people. It looks like you, for some of you, both of you have a family. For others of you, no. It's going to vary for each one, but I do see like a coming together of families. All right, let me take a look at what zodiac sign this person might be. Let's see if we can get a more accurate read on their sign. Okay, so Gemini comes up. Gemini and Aries. Hold on a second. Gemini, Aries, and Scorpio. And a Capricorn. Gemini, Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn. Okay, those are just additional signs. I do think for everyone in this reading, it's going to be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Those are going to be the majority of you. Scorpio strong. And for others of you, it's going to be a Gemini, an Aries, or a Capricorn. Okay? So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. That's all I have for you for today. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell, and sharing this with anybody you think might need to hear the message. Also, I'd love to hear any comments that you guys have. So please share with me how you liked the reading, how it resonated with you. And if down the road something happens between you and whatever sign I said here, I'd love to know. I'd love to know how everyone's doing. So thanks again for listening. And if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I do free pick a card readings also on Instagram, and it's at Maverick Moon Magic. And that's with a K at the end of magic. And I will leave you to live in your dreams and manifest your reality through love. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. All right, let's see what we've got for you. Who will you marry? You've got the Grand Cross Provoker, number 47. You've also got the Winged Seer and the Violet Duchess. The Golden Egg. And Spiritual Connection. You are, Pile 3, you're going to marry your soulmate. your twin flame, probably. If you already know who that is, yes, you will marry this person. If you don't know who that is, then this person is a very significant soulmate for you who will be coming into your life. Now, this relationship you've been together in past lives. This person has been with you more than one past life. I don't know what the relationship was between you in that life, in those lifetimes, but my assumption is that you were lovers. Got the Lovers card. This person is the love of your life, and you will be the same for them. You will marry. The thing about this person is they're really deep. They're a really soulful person. They understand things about life and the universe that the normal person doesn't really think about. This person's very good at using their intuition. They might be a tarot reader or somebody who does some sort of divination. And if they don't, they just know things about people that, that's creepy, or they know when things are going to happen, or, something like that. This is a person who has really strong intuition. So if they tell you not to go somewhere, don't. I would definitely not argue with this person's intuition because it says they see clearly, clairvoyance. I think that if you're used to having like disagreements and kind of issues in your relationships, I don't think this person is going to be one of those people. I don't think there'll be a lot of tension. There won't be a lot of arguments, or they won't try to control you. They're going to be a very easygoing person, I think. It's definitely not somebody who's going to play games. They will try to communicate clearly with you. It's definitely fate. You might not recognize it right at first. But then all of a sudden it's just going to knock you over the head. And you're going to be like, oh my God, this is my soulmate. This is my person. I do think this will be a long-lasting relationship. I don't see that there'll be trouble. I see smooth sailing ahead. Let me just take a look at this card here. It's so beautiful. Let me show it to you. It says spiritual connection. A relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm talking to a masculine energy, and you're asking about a female. This female, she's very beautiful. She's very intuitive. I think that sometimes you might feel a little bored, or I think that in your past relationships you have felt bored or stuck, or like stifled. You weren't allowed to express yourself the way, or you couldn't express yourself the way you wanted to, because this person wasn't receptive to it, or they would shut you down because they weren't interested in whatever it was that you were talking about. Or your other partners could have been very controlling, very possessive, jealous, and kind of like once they got you home and living with them, then you weren't allowed to go anywhere or do anything else but stay home and be with them. And if you went out with them. This person's not going to be like that at all. So if that's the kind of relationship that you're coming out of, and you definitely don't want to deal with that shit anymore, you definitely won't. The other thing is, if you're the type of person who can get a little possessive, this person's not going to fall into that role for you. This person's going to break you out of that habit completely. So if you have a tendency to be restrictive to your partner in a relationship, this person is going to break that out of you. In a good way, in a loving way. This is a beautiful human being, and this is a very strong connection. Their spirit's telling you that you're going to need to be a little more open and open your heart a little bit more when it comes to this person. Because maybe you've been hurt before and you're not 100% ready to love somebody else, because you know that that love hurts. But this individual is so unique and so different, you're not going to really question it when you start to fall in love with them. The things that they'll say to you, they're definitely going to speak to you in a way that's going to make you fall in love. You're going to realize how different and how unique this person is right off the bat. But be open to it. "47 is a very significant number for you, so 4s and 7s. Maybe April 7th, maybe 4 to 7 months from now. "47 is 47 is an angel number, suggests that the angels are with you and you're spiritually guided, and maybe that's really what this 47 repeating here is trying to tell me, is that this is a spiritually guided relationship, and it was meant to be, and it will be, and it has been before, lifetime after lifetime. Let's see the zodiac sign, because I don't really see any clear indications of zodiac here. So, what is the sign of the person pile 3 is going to marry? I have Cancer, which makes sense, because I have the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And I have Pisces. So I guess this person's a water sign. And Gemini. So it's possible you're a Gemini. And Scorpio. So all the water signs came up. This person's either a Cancer, a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Gemini. Okay, pile 3. I really hope that you enjoyed your reading. That's all I have for you today. If you did enjoy it, please consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel. Sharing the video with somebody you think might enjoy it. As well as commenting and letting me know what resonated, what didn't. You can comment in the future. Come back and say, hey, I met my husband and he's a Cancer. I'd be so interested to hear. I love hearing your comments and your stories, and thank you for sharing with me. Live in your dreams and manifest your reality through love.